Imagine replaying a conversation over and over in your head, causing more frustration, making yourself feel worse, or feel like you're driving yourself crazy. Maybe you just had a meeting with your boss and you start replaying everything you said, how it came across, what their response was to it, or their reaction. Or maybe you just made a mistake and you keep replaying it over and over, trying to figure out how you could have avoided the mistake. Or you just experience a breakup and you think about everything you said or did wrong and how frustrating it could be, making yourself feel worse or just feeling like you're driving yourself crazy. What if I told you that overthinking isn't problem solving? It's anxiety trying to feel in control. Today, I'm going to share with you one clear strategy that you can use to break the rumination spiral. But first, we're going to talk about what the difference is between worry and rumination and why your brain keeps doing it. Let's start. I used to sit in work meetings until I had the perfect thing to say. I didn't want to sound foolish, look unprepared, or have my idea or opinion shot down. So I'd rehearse sentences in my head while the conversation moved on without me. Then I leave the meeting feeling disappointed in myself. I'm like, why didn't I say that? Or if I did say something, I'd be like, oh, how did that come across? What were people's reactions? Did they like it? Does this sound familiar? You rehearse what you're going to say before you say it. You miss the moment because you're in your head. You replay the conversation afterward. You analyze your tone, the choice of words that you used, people's reaction. Here's the part that surprised me. I thought I was being responsible and doing the right thing. I'd even told myself if I replayed it enough, I'd figure out how to show up perfectly next time. But here's the thing, no amount of replaying was ever going to guarantee that. I wasn't preparing, I was ruminating. And ruminating could be a sneaky mind trap. So what exactly is ruminating? Rumination is when you replay a past interaction, a mistake, or a worry and conversation you wish you had over and over without actually moving towards a solution. Think of it like chewing gum. You keep chewing on it and the flavor runs out a long time ago. Now here's an important distinction because people mix these up. Worry is future focus, like what if I, sound stupid, or what if I forget my words in the presentation, or what if this happens? And usually it's negative. It's like catastrophizing. It's all the what ifs. Rumination is past focused. So we would think like, why did that happen? What's wrong with me? Why did I say that? So why is rumination a problem? Because research on anxiety, including the work of Dr. Martin Seif, a leading expert on anxiety treatment, shows that rumination doesn't calm our nervous system. It keeps it activated, elevated. It's like pressing the gas and the brake at the same time. You feel like you're doing something, but you're going nowhere and wearing out your engine. Here's what actually goes on underneath it with the rumination. When we overthink, we think we're gaining control, but we're not gaining control. We're gaining the illusion of control. Your brain hates uncertainty. It's wired that way for survival. So when something feels unresolved, the brain tends to chew on it, marinate on it, if you will. Figure this out. It's almost like the brain's like, will say, figure this out. It's not safe until you do so. Keep replaying it. So rumination temporarily reduces that discomfort. It feels productive. It feels like you're doing something, but here's the catch. And this is backed up by research on what's called intolerance of uncertainty. Rumination doesn't actually give you more certainty. It just lowers your ability to tolerate not knowing. So the more you ruminate, the more your brain learns, I can't handle this feeling. I need to keep thinking about it until it goes away. So you're not solving the problem. You're training your brain to need more reassurance every time. So in my case, I wasn't analyzing the meetings to become a better communicator. I was trying to guarantee that I wouldn't look foolish or say the wrong thing. And that's a guarantee no amount of overthinking can deliver. So how do we stop rumination? So this strategy comes from Dr. Seif's work on treating anxiety. And it starts with two simple questions. Number one, catch yourself doing it and ask yourself, how am I justifying this right now? We don't usually do something for no good reason because rumination never shows up and says, hey, I'm rumination and I'm wasting your time. It disguises itself. It sounds like, hey, if I think about this a little bit more, I'll figure it out. Or I need to make sure I don't make this mistake again. Or I just wanted to understand what happened. So let me just replay this a little bit more. So those justifications feel completely reasonable, but that's the trap though. The goal of step one is just to notice that and also notice the justification. That's how anxiety is making this feel necessary. Step two is challenge the justification, not the thought. Just challenge a justification with one honest question. Have I already learned what I can from this situation? Is more thinking actually giving me new information, or am I just going in circles? Most of the time, if you're honest, the answer is you learned what you needed to learn in the first 5 minutes. Everything after that is the anxiety spiral, not the solution. And here's this shift. The goal is not to eliminate uncertainty. That's impossible. The goal is to build your tolerance for it. That's it. That's the work. Not thinking harder, right? Not replaying it one more time. Learning to sit with, I don't know exactly how that landed, and choosing to move forward anyway. It's learning to lean into the discomfort, right? We won't die. It just might feel uncomfortable in the moment. So why do we want to do this? Because if you keep making feeling certain first, then moving forward as your go-to, you might be waiting a long time, just wasting your time and feeling more frustrated, maybe even disappointed in yourself. And while you're waiting, life is happening without you, right? We're just stuck in our head. We just let anxiety and ruminating win. So building tolerance for uncertainty means you stop waiting for the anxiety to go away before you act. Again, building tolerance for uncertainty means you stop waiting for the anxiety to go away before you act. You learn to move forward with the discomfort instead of in spite of it, right? And the more that you do that, the less threatening uncertainty feels over time. So if you struggle with rumination, you are not alone. Your brain is trying to protect you. It just picked a strategy that's maybe not the most helpful, right? And it can backfire. So the next time you catch yourself chewing on that flavorless gum, stop. Ask yourself, right? What's my justification right now for ruminating? Then ask, is more thinking actually helping, right? You already know the answer. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this video was helpful. Please share it with somebody that it could help and help them stop the rumination cycle. Please like and subscribe this video for more videos on managing anxiety and building your confidence. Until next time, cheers to your mental health.